Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibonani ngolwesithathu ngomhla ka-21 May 2025. UMinister of Finance Enoch Godongwana usethulela i-budget speech okungeyesithathu kwi-budget 3.0 yakulonyaka ngoba lawa amabili awabanga impumelelo. Eyokuqala iyenzile ayifanele ayideliver ngomhla ka-18 noma 19 February. Kodwa ke ngenxa yokuthi i-ANC ne-DA abazange bavumelane ngoba uminister wayepropose ukuthi uzokhuphula i-value added tax ngo-2%. I-DA ke yaphikisana naleso sinqumo leso. Then kwafuneka ukuthi uminister ayihlehlise wayezodeliver yesibili ngomhla ka-12 kuMarch. Lapho khona eza ke neproposal yokuthi ngcono ayikhuphule ngo-1% kodwa kubo 0.5 kulonyaka kubo 0.5 ngonyaka ozayo. Nakhona futhi kwakhona ukungavumelani noma i-DA yayimile ekuthenini ngeke isupport ukukhushulwa kwe-value added tax kodwa wathi uJohn Steenhuisen bangayibhekisisa uma ngase bebuyekeza expropriation act bangayisupporta ukuthi ayikhuphuke ngo-1%. Emveni kwalapho kwangalandela iprocedure kahle yokwamukelwa kwe-fiscal framework yavotelwa yaphasa. Ithe isiphasile i-DA yaye court yo-opposer leso sinqumo leso kanye ne-EFF nayo futhi yaye court. Sakubona konke kuthe ngomhla ka-29 kwaphuma i-judgment ethi cha ayilandelwanga ngeprocedure ngakho fiscal framework leyo ibeke eceleni ayisebenzi. Njengoba ke manje sekuqala ibudget okwesithathu ke manje okuyibudget yesithathu yakulonyaka. Ngeke ngabona ipost after uMinister of Finance sekayithebulile ibudget yakhe ebibhalwe i-EFF. Ibhale kanjena ku-EFF ithi ama-political parties anjengo-ANC, Bosa, iRise Mzansi, Action SA, Patriotic Alliance bathi baconvince uMinister Enoch Godongwana ukuthi ascrap i-VAT base beproposa ama-alternative revenue generation mechanism, shoot ezinye indlela angakwazi ukuyisebenzisa a-generate ama-revenues. Bathi kodwa namhlanje sitshela ukuthi fanele samukele ukuthi kuzokhathwa ama-spendings ku-healthcare, kwi-education kanye nakuma-services amanye kwase ku-introducewa i-fuel levy okusho ukuthi upetrol i-tax le taxwa kupetrol izokhuphuka ngo-4%. Manje into ebuzwa i-EFF ithi kanti aphi lama-alternative mechanism okwakhulunywa ngawo. Siyakhumbula ukuthi labantu baze benza i-press conference lapho bathi khona cha bona babonisene ngenxa yokubonisana kwabo babonisene bathatha isinqumo sokuthi cha abayiscrape out i-value added tax ngoba bebalekela ukuthi bangafuni ukuvuma ukuthi baphoqe inkantolo. Bathi cha bona bahlale phansi bakhuluma babonisana babona ukuthi cha akhona lama alternative aphi. Umbuzo kobuzwa uCIC la noma i-EFF aphi ama alternatives.
Love them or hate them, the Afrikaners, but they gave us the country that was functional. Amabhunu sathatha izwe lisebenza, a functional state. In as much as the Nationalist Party was cruel to humanity, but they left us with a functioning state. Where is the railway today? Where is the SAA today? Where is the healthcare system today? Even though during the apartheid there was a board says white only and blacks only, but whenever you enter that door which is written black, you will get a service, you will get you will get all the medication that you want. Today there is no white or black, but there is no service. Because when they left Egypt, which was a Nationalist Party government, they took no gold, they took no silver, they only took the political position in their hands.
Lo bekhuluma la ubaba uMathunjwa. Ubaba uMathunjwa ke lo wayimele abasebenzi baseMarikana laba babulawa wayebamele ke petty union le ngazi amkho noma yini yayimele kodwa laba basebenzi baseMarikana abanye bagcina ngokubulawa. Kodwa nje mawulala lenkulumo ayishoyo uthi noma yayi cruel iNational Party kodwa into eyayenza yashiya izwe lifunction. Izwe njengoba selinje manje libulawa yi-ANC. Ngifisa ke ukucaphuna enye video la ezokhuluma into ecishe ifane nale. Ngifisa ukucaphuna ivideo ezosho njalo. Into enza ukuthi nje ngize ngithathe lesinqumo sokuthi ngenze le video ukuthi ngifisa ukuthi ngithi kubantu bakithi noma ungayivotela i-ANC noma ungayivotela i-ANC kodwa afuna wazi ukuthi sikulesimo esikuso namhlanje ngenxa yayo. Ngifisa wazi ukuthi unemployment rating inje namhlanje abantu abaningi bahleli abasebenzi kungenxa ye-ANC. Ngifisa ukuthi uthi uyoyivotela wazi ukuthi ungomunye wabantu abacontributayo ukuthi izwe lakithi lihlezi senhluphekweni. Ngifisa ukusho njalo nje. Ngizoyicaphuna ke ivideo le ezobe ikhuluma nayo. Kodwa nje lokho engifisa ukuthi ngikusho kuqala ukuthi nalabantu abakujabulelayo ukuphathwa yi-ANC mhlawumbe bona ngakubo bayawubona umehluko. Njengabantu bako Freedom Park abavotela i-ANC ukuthi kuma elections. Ushuthi bona ngasendaweni zangakubo service delivery bayayibona. Load shedding ayibahluphi, amanzi awubahluphi. Abantu bangapha koMoyi River Moyi Empofana ngapha. Ya ngicabanga ukuthi yebo uyibona abantu laba afuneka bayivotele i-ANC ngoba bayabenefita kuyo. Kodwa thina abanye esihlala endaweni la khona ama street light engasebenzi khona, ama robot awasebenzi. Sihlala endaweni la khona kunama potholes asabekayo. Ya, ngifisa ukuthi kubo cha ivoteleni nina ngoba niyayibona imisebenzi yakho. Kodwa kithi thina abanye noma ngathi uyithanda kangakanani kodwa ufuna wazi ukuthi njengoba angasebenza ama street light, njengoba abantu behleli bengama graduate bengasebenzi kungenxa ye-ANC.
Which brings us back to the important part, the issue that sits in South Africa at the heart of problem in South Africa, and that is our poor economic performance. Now, obviously, the South African economy has been a disappointment for 15 years. We understand where the roots are of that. The Zondo Commission gave us 5 volumes explaining why the economy, what happened to the economy 15 years ago. But the situation has been made worse in the Ramaphosa era. And now we've got a raft of economic killing legislation that's been passed.
Ngaphambi ngemdedela khuluma Prince Mashele kodwa uMike Shama ubuza imibuzo ebalekile la ngoba i-economy yethu ayikhuli. Zikhona ke izinto athi zivelile ku Zondo Commission kodwa kwenziwa ngalutho ngazo ezifaka abantu abaningi phakathi even including upresident wethu. So kuyo yonke lento esiyenzekile futhi into eyinkinga nge-ANC iyodwa kuyo yonke lento ekuthiwa ikhona i-corruption, whether ama-tender, whether bekune service delivery bekufuneka ibe khona yagcina lonto ingenzekanga, akekho umuntu oboshwayo, akekho kukhulunywa nje ngayo, akekho umuntu oboshwayo. So lezi nkinga lezi kuyakhulunywa ngazo. uZondo yena uke wabuza wathi no ubhalile imiqingo emikhulu wayeseyinikeza upresident. Kodwa uma ucabanga nawe kahle nje ucabanga upresident ubengakwazi ukuyibheka nale yamqingo lo ya bese ethi akukhona ofuneka kwenziwe kuyo na noma ngayo ekubeni nayi igama lakhe likhona ngoba phela abantu abanjengo Brian Molefe balifaka igama lakhe. Ushuthi angakwazi ukuthatha leso sinqumo. Asiqhubeke.
Yeah, here is a bottom line, and this will take us into an interesting economic history of South Africa. In the main, South Africa has been governed by 3 groupings, and they did specific things in the economic space. The British, when they were ruling this whole thing called South Africa, they created mining houses, and they used mining houses to employ their poor and to enrich their citizens here in South Africa and back in the UK. And they also built schools for their children, and they used state power for that purpose. That's a summary of what the British did in South Africa. Then the second grouping, the Afrikaners, when they took over, what did they do? They created parastatals, your telecoms of this world, your Escoms of this world. Eskom was created before 1948, but it was Smuts actually, an Afrikaner leader, and Hendrik van der Bijl. They created parastatals They also created factories in the private space. Your Ruperts of this world, by the way, and they employed their people and they created wealth for their citizens. They also built schools for their children. So in other words, the Afrikaners grew the economy, just like the English also grew the economy. Then comes the third grouping, call them the blacks, under the ANC since 1994. They did not create a single sector of the economy. So if you looked at the economy, you wouldn't find a single sector that was created by the ANC. What did they do? They demanded that their comrades must be given shares in Afrikaner, English, and Jewish companies. They didn't create their own companies and created wealth for themselves. They certainly didn't create anything that created jobs for black people. So what they did, they introduced laws that were trying to pull down the economy, not to grow the economy. So at the end of it, after 30 years, you have a few black millionaires connected to the ANC. You have a massive mass of black people who are unemployed, uneducated, and unemployable. That's the summary of the ANC's economic performance over the past 30 years. So we must call a spade a spade. The ANC does not know how to manage an economy. Full stop.
Yabona iqiniso lisho uPrince Mashelela lingaphezulu kokucabanga kumuntu. Ngoba mawuzwa ngizokucaphunela ivideo la. Ngizokucaphunela ivideo kubalwa ezinye izinto ezenziwa ama-British abelungu kusaphethe bona. Uzwe mase kufika amabhunu. ANC since yathatha into abayenzile ukuthi bona bacebe bona nemndeni yabo. Kusale bashizwe lonke lihlupheka. Yingakho ngithi kunje iANC. Noma kodwa singeke sikubalekele ukuthi noma yayakhiwa lo mnotho kodwa wakhiwa phezu kwegazi labantu abamnyama babengakhokhelwanga lutho. Into ebuhlungu nje iANC ayizange ngicabange lokho. Yabona njengoba ngifake le mthetho le eyayishayiwe la eSouth Africa ku screen sakho, ithi ngikufundele yona. Ithi wonke ama-Africans over the age of 16 fanele aproduce ipass uma behlangana namaphoyisa. Under no circumstances employer ibhadale African umuntu omnyama same rate as umuntu ongumlungu, even if benza umsebenzi ofanayo noma basenza ama-hour afanayo. Bathi akekho umuntu wase-Africa ovumele ku-strike noma ngasiphi isizathu. Any African othatha umsebenzi ngaphandle kwetown la ahlala kuyo fanele ahlale lapho for 20 years okanye ahambe ingakapheli 72 hours. Bathi-ke a white person nomuntu ongesi white person noma ngabe yisiphi isimo abavumelekile ukubonakala bephuza ikhaphi yetiye kuyikhafe eyodwa. Umthetho uthi ngapha kubelungu uthi akekho umuntu omlungu noma i-white person ovumele ukuthi abe nobudlelwane bocansi noma bokuthandana nomuntu oyi-African, i-Colored noma i-Indian noma vice versa. Kuba nomthetho uthi no African evumelekile ukuthi ithenge indawo or i-own property noma ikuphi la kwe-Republic. Bese baqhubeka bathi akekho umuntu omhlophe ofanele afundise an African okuyisicela sakhe ukufunda. Akufanele bafunde. Le order ke ikhishwe uMinister of Justice wala eSouth Africa. ANC mayithatha ayikukhumbulanga lokho. Ayikukhumbulanga ukuthi manje kufuneke kunikezwe abantu ithuba ebebengavumelekile njengoba uyibona lemthetho. Yebo khona abelungu bawakho umnotho bawakhela izizwe zakubo. Bawakho umnotho babacebisa abantu bakubo njengoba namhlanje besacebile. Abamhlophe abangabelungu, abamhlophe abangamabhunu bakwenza lokho kodwa phansi kwayo lemthetho. iANC ihlulekile ukubeka abantu bakubo phambili. Kodwa kunalokho bazibeke bone zama individuals nabantu abaconnected nama comrades phambili. Yingakho ngiblame iANC. Ngoba nayi example ukuthi amabhunu nabamhlophe babeka abantu bakubo phambili. Benza sure ukuthi bazithuthukisa bona nabantu basemakubo. Kodwa ama comrades yenze opposite. Sinjenje na ke ngenxa ka ANC.
Which is why I'm one of those, and I say it without fear, that the ANC, the sooner it is removed from government, the better. if we continue with the ANC, just imagine if you were to double the damage that the ANC has done, what would happen? More and more South Africans would get unemployed. You would have more and more roads with more and more potholes. You will be without electricity. Today, if you live in Sandton, you are without water. That's the damage that has been done by the ANC. So yes, you are correct. The ANC's policies have been a disaster in the economic space, without a doubt.
Qinisile Prince Mashele, tengcono esingayenza ukususa ANC emandleni, sinika abanye ithuba. Uma futhi bengenzi kahle sibasuse nabo emandleni. Ngoba lama politicians enza yonke lento ngoba yazi ukuthi siyayitolerate yonke le nonsense abayenzayo. Yingakho ngithe noma ngiqonda ukuthi abantu babecindezelekile, ANC ihloko kusebenzisa lokho. Ihloko kusebenzisa lokho. Kodwa bakhetha ukuthi ngcono bazicebise bona nemndeni yabo. Ababacabangelanga abantu basemakubo. Ababacabangelanga ukuthi lezizwe ziyasidlula ngoba besingavumelekile ukuthi zifundiswe. Njengoba uyizwa lemithetho ebikhona lapha yini abayenzile yabangcono ukuze kulunge isimo lesi. Ngoba phela kwakufuneka mabethatha bethi okay sidila nabantu la bebecindezela bebengavumelekile ukwenza u1 no2 no3 no4 no5 kodwa ngoba sesiphethe futhi labantu basithembile basifaka lapha into esizoyenza sizobeka bona phambili senze show ukuthi siyalithuthukisa izwe bayingxenye yokuthuthuka kwezwe yini into abayenzile engcono cela ukucaphunela ivideo.
When the Afrikaners took over from the British, I think the British had Standard Bank and they had, they made two examples. I think it was Standard Bank and Old Mutual, for argument's sake. And then the Afrikaners came in and they said, instead of trying to get a share of this Standard Bank thing, let us copy exactly what they did. And then they started like Volkskas Bank and Landbou Bank and Sanlam and whatever those are, that later became the Amalgamated Banks of South Africa, which is ABSA.
Yeah.
Standard Bank didn't go away. Standard Bank continued operating, but now they had their own banks.
Yeah.
Then they imported skills, like I said, like the engineers that came from Germany to come and industrialize our mining sector, big steel, ISCO, ESCOM, etc.
Hendrik van der Bijl, I think, studied at some point in Germany.
Right. So what they did is they upskilled their people to be ready to run a country. Since 1994, when we came in, we've upskilled no one in government. In fact, we've merely installed the people whose names we knew from 94 are still there. So we have ministers like Naledi Pandor, who...
She left to Mama last year, but she was there till last year, yes.
Right, but my son, it's 2025 now. We had the same person in from 1990. What new skills did she learn at her graceful age that could help us, as me and you now, at our ripe age of 31, to take over?
Ripe age? Keep going, Maras. Hey.
Maras.
I see pry, wala?
Right? What did they bring in and develop so that the next generation of people...
Ifaka le video ngoba ngiyamazi ukuthi uPrince Mashele ukaphuma eceleni futhi ngiyazi ukuthi abanye abantu bazocasha ngaye. Kodwa nangu DJ Waras nawusho into efanayo. Le esisho ukuthi naba abelungisenza lokho amabhunu enza lokho enzela abantu bakubo. Yini enzo iANC for the past 31 years? Uthi uPrince Mashele uma singaqhubeka sinikeza ithuba iANC awucabanga umonakala ukuthi uzoqhubeka uzobangakanani ngoba already lesinawo uyasixaka into ebhlungu yenziwe iANC esho Prince Mashele ukuthi abantu abafundile abasebenzi abanye they are unemployable ngoba banama skills phela asiphiwanga sonke ngokufana ukhona umuntu ongaphiwanga ukufunda kodwa uyakwazi ukusebenza yena ngezandla yini eyenziwe ukulekelela lo muntu loyo yini eyenziwe ensiyavela nepolice uthi no ngcono uqashwe abantu abana 18 ukuya ku 35 osho ukuthi mawusuka ku 36 uya le awusaqasheki funa wenziwe njani fanele nje impela kwenziwe njani ngiyacela ukuzwa naku ukuthi uma konje funa kwenziwe njani kodwa isisombululo ukuthi akukhishwe iANC emandleni angazi kuzobekwa bani kodwa nje iANC yona ayiphume emandleni ihlulekile ayizange bakhathalele abantu bakubo okubhlungu bekuphethe abantu abamnyama abalwaziyo usiza futhi bekuphethe abantu ababuya ku-exile kubantu ababeyingxenye ye-struggle abafani nami angiyazi mina apartheid kodwa bekuphethe abantu abayazi kangcono bekuphethe abantu abakwazi kangcono le mithetho le besiyifunda ayibhaliwe abayazi kangcono konke lokho bengasakukhumbuli kodwa bazibeke bona nemindeni yabo phambili ngakho ke uma usafuna ukuthi siqhubeke senze i-ANC nemindeni yabo ukuthi babe rich asiqhubeke siyivotele asithathe nansi video.
We haven't, for example, the issue of black economic empowerment. I get complaints from, for example, European ambassadors in Pretoria that the policies of black economic empowerment are an obstacle to their companies investing in South Africa. Now they have to tackle that issue. It's got nothing to do with President Trump. If we don't want investment, fine, and we are happy creating that obstacle, then that's our government's decision.
They're calling it obstacle. Why?
Because when I set up a company, I put in 1,000 rands in the company or 100 rands to invest in the company. But I have to give 25 or 26% to you, and you have done nothing to contribute to the company. That's an obstacle to me investing. It's a disincentive for me to invest because I'm giving away my capital for free. That's an obstacle.
Ama-comrade amaningi avuka nge-BEE ngoba uvela ube instant millionaire so una 22% kuma-companies ongawazi ukuthi akhandwe kanjani ongawazi ukuthi asetshenziswe kanjani bona upresident wethu nabanye baningi ubaba uTokyo Sexwale baningi abantu ababhenefitha kwi-BEE kodwa leyo nto ilenzeleni izwe ilenzeleni isizwe nje senzeleni ke-BEE dala yaba khona into yabo ema-90s 1990 91 yaba khona yini esiyenzile yaba umehluko ukuthi yenze kube khona ama-millionaires ambalwa are-connected nakhona politically ne-ANC.
I agree with them. We spend too much of our revenue on government, on public sector salaries. Huge amount of the government, of what the government collects in taxes is spent on salaries. I was doing, there's a report that has been produced by the International Monetary Fund at the request of the South African government. And this report, I think it was published in 2021, shows that 17% of gross domestic product of South Africa goes into public sector salaries. 17%. Similar countries to South Africa, like Chile, like Indonesia, Thailand, and middle income countries, it's only 6% of GDP goes to public sector salaries. So we're spending huge amount of money on paying the public service in this country. I did a calculation when our finance minister was fumbling the budget. I got to the conclusion that if you take two items of the budget, public sector salaries plus debt service, just these two, they take up 84% of the state revenue that the SARS commissioner raises. 84% just goes to pay the salaries of the public service and to service the debt. Yeah. And so you are only left with what, 16% to repair the infrastructure of the roads and so on, of the railways and all the other things that need to be maintained.
Njengoba umuzwa kubaba uMbheke echaza into enkulu abayenzile ukuthi bona babe nesalary right njengoba ezwa nje athi imali eningi bakhokhelwa imali ezinkulu uma member of parliament uhola 100,000 per month, it's about 1.4 million per year imali abayihola because akusi 100,000 straight, it's plus 100,000 rand per month. Yona into abayenze kangcono, that's why bonke bafuna ukuba separliament. So sizoloku sithatha abantu sibafaka lapho ukuthi babe right nemndeni yabo. Into abazoyenza kangcono ukuthi bafike basiculela izingoma, basinikeza ama-t-shirt nama-food parcel, babanga umsindo right ngoba mawukwazi ukubanga umsindo right, abantu bazokuthemba baphinde bakuvotele ukuthi ubuyele eParliament kuze kube nini. So ngicaphuna isivideo yokugcina manje kodwa ngithi mawuvotela iANC funa wazi ukuthi uyayijabulela isimo eSouth Africa kuso. Le unemployment rate engaka khona uyayijabulela. Uyingxenye yokubulawa kwalelizwe ngoba ngokwami liyabulawa izwe libulawa iANC. Mhlambe wena uyabenefita kuyo.
To an extent that its debt service costs amount to over R1 billion a day and over 420 billion rand a year. That budget is not pro-poor because just because you can afford social grants today doesn't mean you'll be able to perpetually afford them. Because, for example, if you then keep squeezing what your core priorities are by simply borrowing so much, you actually are crowding out even the most important social services that you need to roll out there. So this idea of simply saying it's pro-poor because there's a line item that says we're doing this is quite misleading, because you have to ask them the question, well, if you keep borrowing to this extent and the borrowing costs keep crowding out the amount of resources that you have in order to actually fund other social programs, what happens when you get to a point where it's quite simply impossible for you to fund anything else? I think the fate of the poor will be much worse at a point in time when there's nothing left to be able to distribute. And again, they say this so that you cannot confront them with the simple question of every single government objective and every single spending priority has to be funded. The ANC has never been willing to answer the question of how all of these budgets are going to be funded. They've been able to borrow their way, and at this stage, they will keep borrowing until somebody finds a way to stop them. The question is, what do we need to do in order to get them to invest in the real crux of the problem, which is that every single resource that you need to have is underpinned by a robust form of economic activity and economic participation. So whatever VAT rate you want to have in mind, whatever tax rate you have in mind, if the economy is growing, then taxes are a byproduct of that. And this is a government that doesn't know how to invest in that fundamental resource in order to benefit from the byproducts of it all.
And
The frustrator mina ukuthi South Africa sinabantu abacapable, sinabantu abaqualified, abacapable. Mawuzukhaya Sithole la khuluma into ezibalekile uthi no njoba bethi the budget is pro-poor ngenxa ukuthi nje bazokhona ukubhadala ama-social grant, but for how long? Because ukuze le mali ezofunda la ma-social grant izovela izobolekwa till nini? So kukhona abantu abanje wayengathathwa bona labantu banika umsebenzi kuthiwa abasebenzi abekho politically connected, funa kufakwe noma ubani, akaqasha umuntu ngoba equalified, akaqasha umuntu ngoba ewazi umsebenzi, qasha umuntu ngoba unekhadi une membership ye-ANC anikwe position, akazi kwenzakalani. So ngingakho ngithi mina uma usavotela iANC uyingxenye yenkinga noma uyasijabulela isimo eSouth Africa ephansi kwaso, ngoba phela mhlambe wena uyiboni lento esiyibonayo thina. Ngiyacela kuze uPaula kwakho mayelana nalolu daba ngoba iyangifrustrate le ndaba leyo ukuthi kunabantu bona nemndeni yabo ba right, bona nemndeni yabo abanayo inkinga. Ngisho ingane zabo zifunda kuma private school, ingane zabo nje bayifunda kuma private school zithola imfundo e-right, zizosuka la ziyosebenza phesheya, angeke zihlupheke njengengane zakho. Wena ingane zakho ifunda public school, esinye isikole sinamafastera aphukile, kuneyinkinga eziningi ezikhona ezikoleni, izingane zakho ziswele njengoba nawe uxakekile nazo. Ya into ozonikwa yona nje 370. Konke lokho kukusiza nganoba yeso kwamanje uzothola 370 kodwa uyini oyithengayo ngoba ukudla kuyadura. Kumanje introduce i-fuel levy, i-tax yakho ngo 4%, fuel levy izoyikhupha ngo 4%. Okuphoqa ukuthi upetrol phela ukhuphuke, and yonke into ya transport ukukhuphuka kapetrol kuzokhuphuka ukudla, kukhuphuke yonke into ngoba yonke into ya transport. Ya bengithi angilethe le video nje yangicasula indaba le ANC, yangicasula ngempela. Ya frustrate hazi ngibuka meeting manje ebudget ngilalela ukuthi kuthiwani, ngizona update amase sengizwile kodwa ngisafrustrated nje le ndaba le ye-ANC eyekelela abantu bakubo bahlupheka. Into ebhlungu bayekelelwe ngabantu abalwazi kahle usiza, abasazi kahle struggle. Yazi kube lento enziwa yithi esingazazi struggle besothi ayinenza ngoba nazi ukuthi kwakunjani. yonke into iya collapse under ANC government, yonke. Uyabona nje mina personal, mina angikholelwe emaphoyiseni. Hayi, angikholelwe emaphoyiseni ngoba isidleke secorruption. Kuboshwa abangenamali. Ngingaboshwa mina ngoba imali anginayo. Kodwa abanemali ngeke baboshwe. Amaphoyisa esinawo, justice esinayo. South Africa.